Number 15. Sarcastic Fringehead. When this fish attacks, it looks like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. With its enormous head, the sarcastic fringehead flares open its mouth, aggressively kissing the other to defend its territory. Number 14. Naked Mole Rat. The naked mole rat can live up to 32 years old. That's the longest of any rodent. They're also largely resistant to conditions that affect humans, from neurodegeneration to cancer. Number 13. Mantis Shrimp. These powerful little creatures have spring-loaded punches, allowing them to attack with the force of a .22 caliber bullet, reaching speeds of 23 meters per second. It's the strongest known strike of any animal, with a force around 100 times that of its weight. If that's not enough for you, these weird animals are even older than the dinosaurs. Number 12. Japanese Spider Crab. There are around 60,000 species of crustaceans, and of these, the Japanese spider crab is the largest. With a whopping 3.7 meters leg span, they are considerably larger than a human. But despite their large size, they start life as microscopic planktonic larvae, one of millions that the mother lays. Japanese spider crabs are mostly found off the coast of Honshu, a Japanese island. Number 11. Pacific Barrel-eye Fish. Looking more like a marine submersible than a fish, the Pacific barrel-eye fish, also known as spookfish. It has ultra-sensitive eyes that are, no surprises here, shaped like a barrel, tubular structures that are generally directed upwards. Looking upwards in this way allows this weird animal to see through the top of its head to detect the silhouettes of overhead prey. Number 10. Red-lipped batfish. The red-lipped batfish waddles along the seafloor using modified fins as legs like many other weird animals. This adaptation may be for the males to attract a mate, although more research is needed. Number 9. Thistledown velvet ant. Despite the name, this fuzzy little creature is actually a type of wasp. Their flamboyant, fluffy exterior helps disguise these creatures as fallen creosote fruits, fooling would-be predators. Although some scientists have studied the fossil record, hypothesizing that the white bristles evolved independently, as a way to reflect the intense desert heat. Number 8. Bird-dropping spider. It's a spider that looks like a bird dropping. Sitting huddled on a leaf during the day, the bird-dropping spider uses mimicry to full advantage to fool would-be predators into thinking they're a fresh pile of poop. But the deception doesn't end there. At night, this crafty critter will stretch out its forelegs and release a pheromone that lures in unfortunate male moths looking for a mate. Thinking they might be getting lucky, the moth is instead grabbed, providing a tasty meal for the spider. Number 7. Tarsier. With each eye as big as its brain, the tarsier has the largest eyes in relation to the body size of any mammal. But with such huge eyes, they can't move them like we can, instead swiveling their whole head 180 degrees like an owl. This helps them silently look for prey, and they're the only completely carnivorous primate, no plants at all. And this strategy has proved successful. Tarsiers are some of the oldest living primates on the planet, dating back at least 55 million years. This potentially dates them to the Paleocene thermal maximum, a time when Earth experienced the sudden and extreme warming, widely linked to the rise of mammals on Earth. Number 6. Pacu. Have you ever seen a fish with human teeth? Often mistaken for a piranha, the pacu is an omnivore, eating both plants and meat. Their square, straight teeth are used mainly to crush nuts and fruits that drop down into Amazonian rivers and streams from the trees above. Number 5. Star-nosed mole. Geologists of the animal kingdom, the star-nosed mole can detect seismic waves with 25,000 sensory receptors that make up the fleshy tentacles around its nose. As the only mole to live in swamps and marshes, the star-nosed mole may also be able to detect faint electrical signals from aquatic prey. It can also smell underwater by blowing air bubbles and sucking them back into its nose, one of only 2 species that can do this. It also wins the prize for one of the fastest eaters in the world, taking less than a quarter of a second to slurp down. Before watching next video, tap on subscribe button and turn on notifications for get new interesting videos. Number 4. Great Boto. A master of camouflage, the great poto is a carnivorous bird that lives mostly in tropical America. Remaining completely still, the great poto blends in with its surroundings by mimicking a tree stump or branch as it patiently waits for unsuspecting prey. And, it doesn't even give itself away by opening its eyes. Thanks to tiny openings below their eyelids, this nocturnal bird can see even when its eyes are closed, helping them spot even the most minute amount of movement. Number 3, Pink Fairy Armadillo. The pink fairy armadillo is like a fuzzy caterpillar crossed with a lobster. It's the smallest species of armadillo, and at around 13 centimeters in length, it's small enough to fit in your hand. Living in the sandy plains and dry scrublands of South America, it's also known as the sand swimmer, thanks to its ability to quickly navigate the subterranean sands. Their unique pink color comes from blood being pumped into their shell for thermoregulation, which helps them maintain a steady core temperature in the hot, arid climate. Number 2, Sea Pig. The sea pig is a species of sea cucumber named after its round body and pink coloring, and is certainly one of the weirdest animals. These bloated, water-filled sausages can grow up to 15 centimeters in length, and are found in all of the world's oceans. There's a lot of them, too. When there's a tasty meal to be had, for example, a whale corpse that is sunk to the seafloor, sea pigs will gather in their hundreds to take advantage of the feast, using a ring of feeding tentacles to shovel food into their mouths. Just like a real pig, they'll eat almost anything. Number 1, Ghost Shark. These deep-sea denizens reside at depths of between 400 and 6,600 feet where water temperatures are near freezing. Their dead eyes and large wing-like fins, a characteristic better suited to flying, gives rise to their ghoulish name. Despite the name, ghost sharks are not actually part of the shark family, rather they are a species of fish and have a skeleton made from cartilage, instead of bone. Having a low-density skeleton, like cartilage, is crucial for life at depth, as it won't collapse under increased pressure. That said, they do lay egg capsules on the seafloor, just like sharks do. The egg capsule protects the embryo as it develops, where they feed off a yolk, until they are ready to hatch.